Okay, so the main idea of today's lessons is how can we find zeros or show zeros on an expression mat. So I've already set up an expression mat here. If you remember correctly, all you have to do is go to your eTools, and then once it opens up a new window, you choose your background as the expression mat, and then go ahead and open up your algebra tiles. So remember yesterday we talked about this is the positive area and this is the negative area. When I have a tile on its color side in the positive area, that means the tile is positive, but it's also positive in this area. If I want to flip this tile, now I have a negative tile even though I'm still in the positive area. If I take the same tile and I move it to the bottom, now I have a negative, I'm in the negative area and I have a negative number. So this ends up being a positive x. Now if I have the positive x here, or the x tile here in front of or within the negative area, then this is a negative x. Now to show zeros, so how I have to think about how I would show zeros then with my algebra tiles. So if I have a positive x here, well, I need its opposite to make its negative. So I would bring another x down here, and now I have a positive x and a negative x. So if I have a positive and a negative, I would get 0. Now if I would change this to negative, then I would want to change this to negative also because it's also going to be positive. The other way we can look at that is when we talk about our units. If this is a positive 1, and then this one is a negative 1, this is a 0. If I have a positive 1 here and a negative 1 here, this is also a 0. So it's just really important to pay attention to the shading of your tiles in the textbook, as well as play around over here and make sure you understand what is what. So remember, this is positive area. So this is a positive negative 1 because it's in the positive area even though it's a negative 1, and that seems backwards. But so it just means it's whatever its face value is what it is. Now in the negative, this is a negative of a negative 1, which is actually positive. So you kind of have to make sure you're thinking about that before you make some decisions.